So, psychology, the word for love, one word. I love the word love, but it just doesn't cover it. There's just, you love chocolate cake, you love your husband, you love your children, you love your dog, you love your house, you love an experience. So where do all those fit in? That could be Ludos. But the one I want to discuss right now is storge. And the Greeks really got it right. When you're a baby and you're a child and you're just completely dependent upon someone to take care of you. You're very vulnerable. I mean, it's life or death and it's vulnerable. So you're a cute baby, so they don't throw you out the window. And, to the parents, it's the starting of a store glove. And most of the time they try to take care of the child. There's some dysfunction sometimes. It's awful. But so they're supposed to put your needs first, store glove, as an adult, and then children have to learn that. But it's a basic need to be needed and to need people. You can be an island, but this is a very complex community and families that rely on each other for different things. So the store glove is very personable and open. Things go wrong and you don't just write your child off. Went in jail, have to fix it. Most people do. Some people do it too much when their kid's in the basement smoking pot and they're 36. You're like, well, maybe you should push them out a little bit. So that there's all different kinds of definitions. And there's hubris, which I think sometimes we call narcissism. And it depends. Everybody's got to have a little bit to survive. You got to feel a little good about yourself. But maybe not overly so that it's delusional or something like that. And that could be blocking or stopping a feeling that you don't want to look at. And you could appear narcissistic because maybe you're an alcoholic, and you don't want to see that. You want to be perfect and right, and you're functioning. You're taking care of your family, so you haven't hit rock bottom. And you just kind of build a wall, and you're not going to listen to people. But you can't, maybe, due to an illness. But store glove, like I have children, and it never goes away. As a mom or a dad, I guess, for a reasonably healthy relationship, you love that child's storge until you die or the day they die. And it plays on into their children. That you pretty much would sacrifice almost everything, if not your life, for these children. But we learn this when we're babies because it's just that kind of love that is needy. It's needy, but not too needy. But, it's a different kind of love. Ludos is like a party. Let's go party, have fun. I love parties too sometimes. Philia is a friendship. Now that's honesty. If you can be honest with a person and trust them, that's the beginning of philia. Storge doesn't necessarily, bring that to the relationship so much. It doesn't have to, because your children will grow up and go away and they may not talk to you every day and you may not know anything and they may not tell you the truth always, but you still love them. So storge is very important love. Both my parents had some mental illness, so I had developed a very tight bond with my grandmommy because my mom was overwhelmed with kids, too many kids and not enough husband. But I still loved her, even though I got really mad at her sometimes. And I'm not mad at my dad. I know he was doing the best that he could, considering he has a mental illness. But sometimes I do. It's funny. It's this store glove. What a jerk. Why did he do that? And then I'm like, oh, because he's ill. This wouldn't be the way he would act if he didn't have mental illness. And so that's a lesson everybody can learn, hopefully in the future, is that people behaving in a certain way may be sick. So you don't want to exclude them completely. You want to make sure you talk to them and see if you can get them help, because they may not be able to see it. That's the thing about mental health is a lot of us. So in almost anything we do, we mirror from other people what people have to to say to us if we trust them and we think they have our best interest at heart. And sometimes things are hard to hear, especially if you're a perfectionist, and you're perfect and you're winning your parents' love and you got all that stored and you got safety. But you might lose yourself because you're trying to please them too much.